Hello everyone, Brendan Snyder here and welcome back. So today being Friday, February 28th, we've got new music from the Outlaws. This new album here is called Dixie Highway, and it's their first album since 2012, from 8 years ago when they put out It's About Pride. And this was a great comeback record for them and a great return to form. And I'm glad to see that 8 years later, here on Dixie Highway, they're still sounding really strong and really good here. The title of this, Dixie Highway, is an interesting thing in that this passage of highway originally connected Chicago to Miami, and it was the first vital thoroughfare that connected the Midwest to the South. And so in an interview with Henry Paul, the main frontman here, he was saying that it's a metaphor for a journey. And I would say, what a journey that the Outlaws have had over the years. They formed in 1967 in Tampa, Florida. Been around for 53 years in various incarnations and things like that, and they're still going strong after all this time here. The lineup for this album here is Henry Paul on guitar and vocals, an original member, along with their drummer Monty Yoho, still with them. And then they've got Dave Robbins in this lineup, and he comes from Henry Paul's country band Blackhawk. He was the keyboard player in that group, so he's now playing in the Outlaws, which is great to have him on board. Randy Threet, he's on bass, Steve Grisham on guitar, Dale Oliver also on guitar, and then Joran Sorensen on drums. And then Billy Crane as a guest guitarist. Billy Crane played as a full member on It's About Pride, but he's just guesting here on this release. But it's great to have an extra fourth guitar player on this record. I mean, the Outlaws have always flown the Southern rock banner, and this album here has all the hallmarks of what Southern rock is. The chugging rhythms, the great guitar harmonies, triple guitar thread. In this case, they've actually got the fourth, so a quadruple at times. Lengthy solos, as you would expect with all that guitar on here, and dueling vocalists as well. So there's some really good songs on this release here. Track number 1, Southern Rock Will Never Die. It's just an absolute classic. It makes a true statement and declaration of intent. And with its classic triple guitar attack on it, it just outright sets the tone for this album. There's also a lot of cool name checking on it. It really runs through the history of Southern rock and talks about fallen members from the Outlaws, Leonard Skinner, and things of that nature in it. But it's definitely a standout track on here. Track number 2, Heavenly Blues, has a cool story. This is a re-recorded classic from the 1970s. It was on the 1977 album Hurry Sundown. It has a new arrangement on here with some beautiful harmonies on it and a much more mature vocal. I actually really like this track. I think they did a good job re-recording it, and it's also great just to have something spanning their career, especially after 53 years here. Track 6, Dark Horse Run. This one here features Dave Robbins on lead vocals, and it's got some really smooth guitar on it and a cool organ solo. This one here's got a great chorus. It's definitely one of my faves. Number 7 on here, called Rattlesnake Road. It's exactly as it sounds. It's got a biker style rock and roll sound to it with a real snake bite kind of attitude to it. It's just a cool, fun track. And then track 10, Windy City Blues. This one here was a resurrected song from 1972, written by Frank O'Keefe, their founding bass player. And it was a demo that was never recorded at the time. It starts off a bit bluesy and kind of has a laid-back feel to it, but it really kicks into high gear with some exploding guitar towards the end of it. And really standout song. I can't believe that this one was never recorded over the years. So it's great to finally get that one. And as I said, this album being a journey and everything, getting a re-recorded tune from the 70s and this demo track from Frank O'Keefe and the new recordings and stuff like that is really quite a cool thing here. The bottom line, I think this album is like it says, it's a journey, it's a cool experience, it's a very strong effort, and lovingly done in my opinion. And all in all, it's just great to have the Outlaws back in the 21st century. Here's the back side of this. It's got pretty cool artwork. It's got photos of the guys written into the name. the Dixie Highway. When you open this up here, if you pop out the disc, you get to see the 7 main guys of the group. Really great shot. The packaging on here is nice and glossy, well done. Booklet just slides right out from it. It's got all the lyrics. It's not a lot on photos and things of that nature, but there is a cool gatefold in this in the middle. Get to it in just a second. And it's got some really great shots of the guys there. And then more on the album, and a cool little fitting tribute to Frank O'Keefe and mention of the demo track, Windy City Blues, that they've recorded that he originally wrote. All right, so there you go. New Outlaws music, Dixie Highway, highly recommended. Do check it out if you're a fan of Southern rock. All right, hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope everyone has a great day. Take care, everyone.